Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Jetta SE. Now, to the untrained, unenthusiast eye, it may look just like another Jetta, but it isn't. It's very different. It addresses a lot of the issues that VW enthusiasts have had with the American version of the Jetta. First and foremost, it has independent rear suspension. And it has a 1.8 liter turbocharged brand new engine. Yes, it may sound familiar, but it is indeed reworked and brand new. And we are here at the IMI Motorsports Complex on the racetrack. So 0 to 60 and a hot lap coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. Now, once upon a time, Volkswagen and of course Audi and some of the other Volkswagen brands had the ubiquitous 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, but recently they switched to a newer Now we're back to the 1.8 liter. This one puts out 170 horsepower and 184 pound-foot of torque. It of course powers the front wheels. And here's where they save the money. It uses a 6-speed automatic transmission, not the DSG, which you'll get in the GLI. Alright guys, 0 to 60, I am in sport mode. The air conditioner is off, and the other day the Mazda 6, which does not compete with this obviously, but it's a very similar car, and actually this is so big it might compete in some ways, went just around 10 seconds. I think with this turbocharged engine and with a 3,000 pound car we'll do better. Here we go, it's pulling it up, just letting it go. There goes the turbo. And there's 60. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was indeed faster. Check it out. 8.56. 8.56. A little bit of turbo lag, but once that turbo kicked in, it was all good. All good. Doing a little bit of off-roading here through the dandelions. They're so beautiful, the dandelions. So 8.56, which is very respectable for really what is a large family car when you think about how much room this has in the back seat. Can you believe that this Jetta competes in the compact segment? I mean, it competes with cars like the Ford Focus, the Toyota Corolla, and even the Hyundai Elantra. But look at this room. I'm a big guy. This is where I drive. I'm 6'2", I drive way back, and yet I have tons of leg room here, and there's even more room in the trunk. It's hard to believe that this Jetta is competing with cars that I consider compacts. All right, we have a racetrack to ourselves and a Jetta SE. Now the champion so far on this very tight racetrack is the BMW 4 Series at 113. The other day the Mazda 6 went 117-ish. So I'm suspecting we'll be somewhere in between there. I'm going to put it in sport mode. I don't have paddle shifters, so I'm going to let the car do all the shifting, and Andre's going to start me. I think he's ready to go. So let's see how this does. Good punch from the turbo. Here we go. Oh yeah, this car feels a lot lighter than the Mazda 6 already. I can already tell. There's kind of a blind left-hander coming around, trying to hit the apex. I can place the car where I want. It feels really lively. You can really feel that. You can really feel that rear suspension working to bring the back end around. Okay, coming around this inside turn, a little bit of loosey-goosiness there from the back wheels, but in general, I'm very impressed at how balanced this car is. Back end's coming around just a little bit. Try to clip this. Clipped it. Brakes are good. I can really place the car where I want. Of course, there's understeer. Really feel those front wheels pushing, struggling for grip, because this is a front-wheel drive car with a big, heavy engine on the front of it. But that rear suspension feels much more sorted than the solid axle on the base Jetta. All right, last turn, flip the apex, and then just get on the turbo. Back end's coming around just a little bit, almost adrift. Here I am. And I have the traction control on, and here comes the finish line. There it is. Oh, let's see what the damage was.
Минута 15 секунд. Смотри, видишь?
That was a lot of fun. Surprisingly fun. You can really feel the lightness. All right, Andre, what was the time, my man?
Смотри.
1:15:38. 1:15:38. So yeah, almost a full 10 seconds. I mean, full 2 seconds faster than the Mazda 6. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I have to admit, I have a love-hate relationship with this Jetta. I love the way it drives. I love the new revised 1.8 liter engine. It's got a lot of power. And I love the fact that it's probably one of the biggest cars in its class with a huge trunk and massive backseat room. On the downside though, the interior is starting to feel a little bit basic. I know it's supposed to be minimalist. I know it's supposed to be Germanic, but it's feeling a little cheap. And when you compare it to cars like the Focus, even the Chevy Cruze, they need to up their game. At $19,000, if you can find one for that, it's a good deal. At $25,000, you may want to check out the competitors. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fastlane Car. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Ciao. Here's the kicker. There is no way to disengage traction control. You can buy a kit aftermarket and rewire it, but traction control is always on. So that kind of tells you what Volkswagen thinks this car is going to be used for. Here we go. Andre's timing me again. So I'm going to try it one more time now that I've got a little bit of practice in this car. I've gotten a little bit better. Let's see if I better time on the power. Here we go, over the blind crest. It's kind of scary, but hit the apex. Yes, got it. All right, now hit this apex. Trying to be smooth here. Back end's coming around. Traction control is kicking in. I can see it flashing on the dashboard. Hit this apex. Bring it around. Of course, this car is let down by its tires. They're certainly much more meant for cruising on the highway than bringing these things around. Oh, that back end does like to come around. That traction control really kicked in there. I may have swapped ends without its help. Hard to say. There it goes. Oh, overcooked this corner. That's going to slow me down a lot. That's going to hurt. Getting a little too ambitious. Got to be smoother. Come around this turn. And here we go. Last turn. Flip this apex. It's funny how you make one mistake that leads to another mistake. It's not going to be a faster lap. I can already tell. Maybe first time was a charm. Here we go around the corner. On the power. It's a little faster. I bet you this is actually going to be slower. And
Ничего себе, немножко быстрее, только немного.
Hit the brakes hard. The brakes are a little squishy, by the way, just a little squishy. Of course, it could be because it's the second lap, and even over 1 minute lap puts a lot of wear and tear on a car like this. They're not meant to be on the track, let's face it. What do we got there? 1:15:28, so just a little bit faster. Yeah, well, there we have it. Starting to smell like a track car.